Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. Today is another LEGO weekly news update. Not gonna lie to you, this week has been relatively slow in terms of updates and releases within the LEGO world, but I'll pop through some of these small stories pretty quickly, jump straight into the 4 new idea sets that got voted in. But first, let's check out the new models that have entered the web store this last week. From Fukusaku, this is a Separatist Ground Forces micro bundle built at 1/250 scale. All of these Clone Wars era vehicles are built to line up with the rest of the micro scale models that have been built in the web store, which is a lot now. Also, this last week, 2 new transports, Imperial transports, have entered the game. From Rob Van Leeuwen, there's the more standard K-79S80 Imperial troop transport, as well as the armored 906 Trexler Marauder. The details are excellent on the outside, they're phenomenal on the inside. There's a lot of access for the interior of both of these models, which is great. I think they go well with a larger stormtrooper army, if that's what you got. Anyways, instructions for both of these builds can be found at our web store, www.brickvault.toy. It's a great way to help support the channel, and now let's jump into the news. Personally, I think this is a pretty interesting story here, because it has to do with the custom building world. The LEGO shop in the UK is testing a minimum purchase amount on the Pick-a-Brick orders from the Pick-a-Brick website. Frankly, I didn't realize that there wasn't a minimum purchase amount for Pick-a-Brick already, but it makes sense in terms of using their resources to fill out larger orders instead of smaller ones. Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing Pick-a-Brick as well as Bricks and Pieces expanding their operations to hold more parts and have faster shipping and hopefully lower costs. But for now, I'm going to assume that this minimum purchase amount for Pick-a-Brick orders was probably inspired by maybe a higher amount of orders coming in, and it didn't make sense for them to process so many tiny ones. It simply wasn't worth their while. It's pretty common for Bricklink vendors to do this as well. Anyways, let's jump into some of the smaller stories. Some Amelia Earhart tribute pics have been found. Some people are already doing reviews. The video welcome pack has also been delayed, which is interesting. Some of the North American shipments have been delayed for different various LEGO products. It seems like there's somewhat of a shipping problem happening for certain things with LEGO. LEGO announced a new Adidas product for LEGO Dots and Ninjago. It's just an extension, it looks like, to some of their fashion items already. And if you really want to learn some more things about this week, I've left links to a few other stories in the description below, but let's check out these 4 ideas sets. With 10,000 votes of support, this is a map of Middle Earth from Artem Biziev. It's a simplified micro-scale, 3-dimensional model, I should say, and it's a basic map of Middle Earth, showing all the different areas that the hobbits and the rest of the Fellowship have their adventures. I wouldn't mind seeing LEGO do some updated Lord of the Rings sets. I feel like enough time has passed. And then from LEGO Truman, this is My LEGO Totoro, featuring the cat bus. These are some pretty darn iconic animated characters, maybe the most famous of all, and their build style here seems pretty cartoony and chibi-like. Somewhat reminds me of even a Brickhead style building. I of course would love to see this get turned into a physical model at some point, and if that were to happen, it might open the door up for more Miyazaki or animated themed builds in the future. From the builder Nick Lafreniere one, this is Via Rail Canada, the Canadian. So we're really just looking at a nice build for a train. It's specifically the Canadian. I can't say I know much about trains or the history, but I do know enough that people that are into trains know a whole heck of a lot about trains and history. So no doubt this particular model holds a special place in many people's hearts. It's a cool looking build, and I have said several times before that if LEGO wants to expand their trains, I am not against that at all. So anyways, this particular model enters the mix along with a few other trains that have been voted in recently as well. From Brick Dangerous, this is titled Marine Life. These are some what look like to be life-size models of a seahorse, jellyfish, and clownfish. The colors are pretty fantastic, and it might be interesting to see how these models do in the review stage when the designers are taking a closer look at each one. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the Pick-a-Brick minimum purchase test in the UK. Which one of these idea sets do you think will make it down into the final stages and get turned into an official set? Maybe one of them, maybe none of them. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Top 10 mocks of the week next week. We'll have 2 weeks worth of mocks again. If you enjoy our content, you can always like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.